Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ward's Auto Fast Chat. I'm Dave Zoya, Senior Director of Content, and with us today to talk about connected vehicle services is Russ Steele, Director, Sales Mobility Services North America for Bosch Service Solutions. Welcome, Russ, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm glad for the opportunity to chat.
So let's kick things off a bit by setting the table for this discussion. Recently we've seen the increasing importance of connected vehicle services. What is driving this trend, and how can services become a differentiator for a car manufacturer?
Yeah, it's a good question. Probably the overriding trend is the availability of the first 4G and now the 5G, so the increasing bandwidth. And most manufacturers, or actually all manufacturers, are now equipping the cars with connectivity, primarily for like over-the-air updates and that type of thing. But that also enables the other services. Once you have the connection to the vehicle, you can use that same infrastructure for other services, be they entertainment, convenience, or safety.
So Russ, perhaps one of the first connected vehicle services, and still one of the most common, is the ECall. So why is ECall such an important connectivity feature, and what innovations do you see coming around ECall?
Well, it was one of the first connectivity that started back in 2012, and it's the safety, the automatic detection of a crash and sending help really saves lives. You have that golden hour of 60 minutes of where they've proven that if you can get to a hospital or to a trauma center, your survival is much greater. So that's what's driving everyone. It's mandatory in Europe, optional in the US, but virtually every manufacturer is now offering ECall. As far as the innovations that are going, we're preparing for the NG 911, which is the next generation 911 call, which is going to include the digital connection to the PSAPs. We'll be transferring the data, such as the location, the type of vehicle, the speed, number of occupants, were they wearing seat belts, digitally to the operator that does the dispatch, and it'll display right on her screen instead of them having to verbally transfer the information. This digital connection also allows us to transfer things like extrication guides, where, for instance, on an EV vehicle, it's very important for a first responder to know, where can I cut? If I have to extract somebody from a car, where can I cut the A pillar without electrocuting myself? And we can actually send that digitally, so on their tablet or on their phone, it'll pop right up and it'll be for that car. Those guides are available from each of the manufacturers, but you have to find the model and the year. What we'll do is, because we know the VIN number of the car that's involved, we'll pull that guide, send it automatically, and they'll have it right away. So along with letting the dispatchers know, we can now send information to the first responder right at the scene of the accident.
Oh, that sounds fabulous, actually. So, considering that many vehicles already are equipped with crash detection, what are the benefits that the Bosch technology offers here?
Look, we have a couple. One is that we do a very fast job of matching the voice channel with the data channel, and then we communicate that to the PSAPs. We also have the availability of a mobile app, which allows connectivity to you after you leave the car, or if you happen to be in a car that doesn't have the connectivity. For instance, some fleets, they're different fleets, not a homogeneous fleet, so there isn't one built-in OEM solution that will work. So Bosch now has a technology based on a smartphone that allows the same ECall and connections that you get out of a car that has the built-in hardware. So a fleet that's mixed of various OEMs can all have the same level of service. The other advantage to that is that when you leave the car, the same level of protection follows you. So you have the guardian angel on your shoulder. If you fall, you trip, or if you have an emergency where you're getting mugged, you can do what we call a triple tap and silently ask for help, and you'll get the assistance.
So just greater flexibility, and I imagine enables the fleets to adopt this technology much easier then.
Yes, because you don't have to have all one OEM brand. You can actually mix it, and we can actually have a mix of, for the smartphones, either Android or the iOS. And it doesn't have to be the latest version. We go back to, I think, 10 on like iOS.
So, you know, there's a lot of existing accident detection solutions out there based on dongles or smartphone apps. So, you know, how does Bosch differentiate itself from these competing solutions?
For the smartphone based, what we have is actually an OEM grade tested. Matter of fact, an OEM tested it, and we actually tested it the way an OEM would test the car. There was crash test done where they put the cell phone in various positions in the cup holder, in your pocket, in the lady's purse, did the crash test and measured how it works. The advantage we have is that the processing is done on the device, so there's no latency. It doesn't have to go to the cloud, then get processed and then go. We actually have a video of a cell phone in an accident in one of those OEM tests where the cell phone is flipping in the air, hits the dashboard and gets completely destroyed. But in between, when it left, while it's flipping in the air, the signal's already gone out and we've been alerted. So we actually have that on video, and you can see the very little latency on device processing. And even if the cell phone gets damaged, we're aware of it and can still send help to you.
And this is available now, this technology?
This is available now either through a Bosch app that we can white label for someone, or we have an SDK, a software development kit, where someone can put it into their current app and add safety features to the current, which gives the people more reasons to use the app, which builds the brand loyalty.
Well, that's probably a great place to wrap this up. Russ, I want to thank you again for joining us on this Ward's Auto Fast Chat. We really appreciate you being here.
That was my pleasure.
And I want to thank everyone that's tuned in today. I'm Dave Zoya, Senior Director for Content. We look forward to seeing you on future Fast Chats.